Hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and everybody else under the rainbow of our wonderful community. How are you doing today? We're back, YouTube, with some more Belle Automata. I think this is like part 5, maybe? Just a reminder, you guys can definitely finish this game faster than me. I talk to chat, and I play for like an hour every week or so. So, like, just because it seems long for me, I'm reading stuff out loud. You can definitely finish this sooner, just for the record kind of thing. Chat, part 420. It's 421 now. Missed it by a single day. Dang it. Okay. We're back. Do I get to smooch? It was a week ago. Wow. I want to smooch. Do I get to smooch? That's the goal tonight. Do I get a smooch? Victor's gift gives me such a high for the next few days that I almost forget any other concerns I had. I quickly come back to reality once Zafir and I start practicing singing again. What did... The key ring! We got the key! That's right! He gave us a master key to the house. Like the epitome of trust.
You there. Ugh.
Relax, Rev. You're doing great.
If great is terrible, then yes, I am.
Oh god, it's gotten worse. Like, she's had this sound voice issue for a while, and I thought it was getting better because we had the whole moments with Victor and nothing happened, and now it's like very much worse.
I can't do this.
Why don't you try to just ignore the critic?
What do you mean? Who's the critic?
You, Rev. You're the critic. Shut down your auditory circuits and just try to sing without criticizing yourself.
Aww. Again, Zafir, best friend. I will romance him.
You want me to do what? Changing my settings isn't exactly easy. And even if I do it, I don't see the point in trying.
I'll bet if you relaxed, you could.
I'll bet if I relaxed, I'd be doing something relaxing. Like, not singing.
I thought she liked singing, though. I thought she found it, like, exciting and relaxing.
Come on, let's take it from the top. You know your lyric?
He claps out the rhythm, humming the tune as he goes. Saw you here and saw you there, in daydreams you're everywhere. Won't you wow, that's a new one. Won't you stop and look into my eyes, and my heart's your golden prize.
But Zafir, I really don't think...
Do it!
But...
Just trust me.
Fine.
I shut off my auditory circuits, singing out as loudly as I can. Or so I hope, by the fact that I can still feel my vocal synthesizer humming in my throat. The silence is deafening, and I can only feel the vibrations, but... Facial expression soften. I'll bet I'm glitching out. I'll bet I'm failing right now. I'll bet... I stopped singing abruptly. I turned my audio processors back on, looking at him with a frown. Does she think because she's doing something new, she has to be perfect? Like, that's her purpose? So she's over-analyzing it and having to be perfect when she doesn't need to be? Like she thinks like, hey, I've left weaving for this new thing, so I need to be perfect at this new thing. And it's like, you can still be perfect at weaving, because let's be honest, she is, and just enjoy the second thing. Is that what's going
I told you I couldn't do it.
You probably were doing it.
I felt myself glitching. I felt it.
Are you sure?
Zaffir's expression is smug as he plays back the recording with his own interface. When I listen to myself singing, to my surprise, I sound almost perfect up until the end. There's a little crackle in my voice, but it's only slight.
How is this possible?
Zaffir smiles triumphantly.
Your hardcore definitely wants to sing, but there must be something on your mind that's stopping you.
Instantly, I'm reminded of Klaus's words. It may be psychosomatic, a mental block of some kind that is affecting you physically because you're going through something mentally. Zaffir peers into my eyes curiously.
Do you know what's getting in your way? Because your performances are getting better, but your voice is steadily...
Getting worse?
That's less tactful than what I was going to say, but yeah, basically.
I will say this to Zaffir's VA credit, he just... you know what, no, it's just all of them. They all do it really well. I feel like Arev and Zaffir, I love everyone's voices, like they all fit their characters so well, but Arev and Zaffir have like, just, I've said it before with Arev, just these tiny notes that give me so much like, this is the character. Like, but yeah, basically, I'm like, yep, that's Zaffir. Yep, 100%, that is, yep, this is not a character, this is like a legitimate person's android.
I think it has to do with my old master. I think he would be disappointed in me for choosing music over tapestries. He worked so hard to embed me in his legacy, and yet...
I know they talked about that earlier, so that I wasn't trying to overwrite what was happening, but still, I think she doesn't want to let him down, but I still think there might be that thing of, well, if this is going to be my new purpose, I need to be good at that purpose, if that makes sense. I shake my head.
I think it's interfering with my auditory circuits, but not because they're broken exactly.
Zaffir nods sagely.
I thought it might be something like that. I mean, kind of. I knew your bits weren't broken because sometimes you sing and sound absolutely fine. And other times you sing and you sound, well, you know.
Again, nothing happened when we were talking to Victor and things like that. It's only when she's singing.
I know, Zaffir. I know. I actually had a nightmare that my master was unkind to me over it. He told me he was disappointed in me because I was turning my back on everything he taught me to do. That I was turning my back on our legacy.
I can understand. Maybe not where you were coming from, but at least, like, I know what a creative block is. Creative blocks are the worst, and the only difference between the one you're experiencing now and the ones I've experienced before is just that. Experience. We can work through this. I know because I've dealt with this before, and I know what's on the other side.
Which is what?
Zaffir opens his arms demonstratively.
Creative bliss.
Looking at me, Zaffir smiles brightly.
With a little determination, I know we can get through this.
We?
Yep. We're a creative team. Don't you think so? I mean, I think so.
Aww.
As your friend and mentor, it's my job to keep you up to speed musically and encourage you mentally.
Well, to be honest, I've never experienced, creative bliss before. So I guess I'll defer to you.
Good. As you should.
Miss Chouette, question. If you don't go Victor's route, do you always get this close to Zaffir? Or if you go the Nightmare Prince's route, do we get closer to Diego? I can't remember. Because I feel like this is just setting up for Chronicle 2. Like, if you play Chronicle 1, you're like, I went Victor. Like, this is really making me fall for Zaffir, and I just want to know if that was the plan. Christopher the Robin, good evening! Welcome! It does rhyme. They did really good with the song. I always wondered if I should put the song's demo on the soundtrack. Yes. Yes, you should. Yes. Secondary characters are different from root to root. Okay. Okay, I couldn't remember for the life of me. Diego's a cute character, but I don't think I was very... I don't know, wasn't very interested in him, I guess. Zafir's really hitting me. Okay. Oh, yes.
Anyway, we should work on building your confidence, so for now, no more singing. Why don't we finish this song's lyrics once and for all, though? You've got the chorus down, but these verses are a little flimsy.
Okay. What should I sing about?
Took off my lipstick by accident. Zafir shrugs.
Don't know. He's your boyfriend, not mine.
Is he our boyfriend? I'm still kind of like, we like each other. Is he my boyfriend though? We need to, the boyfriend would be nice because then it would be easier to smooch. It would be easier to smooch.
Zafir.
Okay. Let's think about some memories you have with Grumpmeister. Victor.
We held hands once, but it was kind of short-lived. It'd be nice if we could hold hands, or something.
Like smooch!
Won't you take my hand? Could you take my hand? Please hold.
Ew, don't ask for permission. Just go for it. Or at least just tell Victor to go for it.
Oh, okay, I've got verses in my head now. I'll take your hand on this summer day has one too many syllables for this measure.
Take my hand on this summer day?
That's right, Bluebird. Imperative tense. And when someone takes your hand, what do you want to do?
I shrug.
I'd be happy. I'd want to feel the breeze and just go do something together.
How about escaping from endless duties and relaxing somewhere?
How about take my hand on the summer day, feel the breeze, and let's run away?
It's so cute! Oh my god, it's so cute!
A little excessive, but let's roll with it.
No, Zafir, you clearly, sweetie, you haven't played enough Otomes. That was great. We're in a library. Can we get a romance book in here somewhere? Preferably science fiction. I feel like that'd be great. He needs to be edumacated.
So we're running away. Where are we?
Oh god, okay, never mind. We're going further into this.
A flower field. But I guess it'd be hard to get Victor to stop working. What if I said something like a daydream? Fields of...
I pause.
Roses doesn't exactly rhyme with daydreams.
What about...
He pauses, his eyelids fluttering for a moment as he presumably goes through his database of flower rhymes.
Fields of daisies.
That must be very convenient for making songs.
Like a daydream, Fields of Daisies works. What could we do in a field of daisies?
What if you were dancing in a field of daisies? That sounds pretty romantic.
Under stars, let's just stop and sway?
Oh, that's great! You know, I know we're not working on the vocal melody, but I feel like it would be great if you could work on it.
How? It's not like my throat is exactly cooperating.
Maybe we can build your confidence by having you sing while doing other things? If just turning off your auditory circuits was enough to improve your singing, I'll bet practicing while doing other things should help.
Like what?
Why don't you sing while doing your household chores? Cleaning, or doing whatever it is you do when not working on music.
What if she's singing while she's weaving? Does that just not put the two things that she loves together?
Oh, okay. I think I can do that.
I wince at the idea of glitching more while mopping, but the idea that it could help me improve makes me a little less reluctant to try.
Good. Now, let's figure out the next line.
Or dancing with tears in my eyes? Oof. Yes, Diego's the Nightmare Princess secondary character. Gotcha! That's why I didn't see much of Zafir. I won't lie. Singing badly while watering the plants is less appealing than I thought it would be originally. Especially because...
Why do you keep making such faces?
Can't exactly sing the song if the person the song is about is right there! Oh, Arev. Oh, Arev! I'm so sorry, sweetie. Especially because I'm not alone. I puff out my cheeks, then let out the air slowly.
Like that? What sort of face is that?
A face someone makes when they're extremely frustrated, of course.
Remember, sweetie, we're still working on emotions with him, okay? Like, everything's gotta be spelled out.
Frustrated? Has Zephyr finally gotten to you then?
I lift an eyebrow.
Ha ha. No, it's not Zephyr. It's a song I'm working on. You could say it's logged in my memory core and not quite letting go.
Victor looks at me in mild surprise.
May I make a recommendation?
Yeah, of course.
Have you considered removing the song entirely from your memory? Starting anew with the melody may cause an improvement.
No.
Victor blinks in the face of my outburst. You know what I just realized? Guys. Guys didn't tell me to change the game! Better late than never, everyone. Victor blinks in the face of my outburst.
This song is special.
I can't tell him the song is about him, but I have to wonder how he'd react if he knew. Surprised? Delighted? Even perplexed? Deciding the latter is the correct reaction, I shake my head slightly to recenter myself on the task at hand, watering the roses. Victor is silent for a long moment. When he speaks, it's carefully, as though he's speaking to a small child, with a gentleness I can only appreciate, as sensitive as I'm feeling.
When the young master was a child.
My ears perk up. The young master?
He used to get songs stuck in his head, and sing them aloud to rid his mind of them. It's a bit of a human habit, but perhaps such a solution may assist you.
You're gonna have to leave for me to do that, though. I'm a little surprised to hear him speak of Q so candidly, but his solution aligns so well with what Zephyr instructed me to do that I can't help but feel resigned to my fate. It's not as if Victor would know that the song is about him in the first place. Oh, maybe not.
Saw you here and saw you there.
It's just too much here. I frown, looking down at my hands.
It's not going to work.
May I recommend a second attempt? Warm-ups are important for the voice, so consider that a warm-up.
He's so supportive! I grimace again, but shut my eyes. If I don't think about it so much, I can do it. Sing, Arev. Sing out. I focus on the stream of water coming from the hose, on the water carefully flowing into the soil. Saw you here and saw you there. In daydreams you're everywhere. Won't you stop and look into my eyes, and my heart's your golden prize. My voice is quiet, but comes without glitches. My eyes dart to Victor as the sound of applause enters my ears.
I'm impressed, Alrev.
I stare at him in surprise.
Really?
Victor looks me eye to eye as he crosses his arms.
Yes, because I know how difficult it is to learn a skill from nothing. Besides that, as an individual who's made music before, I've never had the patience to write musical words to my compositions.
Aww.
I find it most impressive that you have pursued this skill with such determination and found a measure of success, despite the obstacles.
He hesitates for a moment.
What is it?
Nothing really. I merely wish that I could share a measure of your success when making an attempt at something new. That is all.
Is he still doing weaving and embroidery and stuff? I think of his crooked cat keychain and smile reassuringly. Comfort him, adjusting. No! Oh no. There's so many. Oh my god, look how long ago I was playing this. I'm gonna overwrite this one. Yes. Fuck. I don't really think he takes comfort. Adjust his thinking seems more in line with him, because, like, it seems more factual, you know? Comforting him feels like it plays to an emotional side that we're still trying to work on with him. I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but I don't think Victor can dance. I don't know if I read that earlier, but or read it out loud. I'm gonna adjust his thinking.
Trust me, I'm having my own share of struggles, but I know what you mean. It's easy to look at someone else and think, wow, they're doing so much better than I am. And it's so hard to persist when you're thinking that while struggling yourself.
Is that what I am doing? I apologize. I did not know that you consider yourself to be struggling.
It's okay. Like I said, it's an easy mindset to fall into.
Excuse me if it seems as though I am arguing for the sake of arguing, but I do not believe it to be okay. I was being insensitive, especially because you are right. I have just heard you struggle with singing, and yet I only concentrated on your perceived success.
You don't need to.
Oh no. See, I never know if this game is so good in the sense of, like, it feels very natural, but also it's so bad because I don't know if I made the right decision or not. He stares at me with those fiery eyes, the mild protest dying on my lips. I choose my words more carefully instead.
I mean, thank you for thinking that way. But there's a part of me that persists, not just because I love it, but because of you.
Me?
You're my student too. And sometimes I think about how hard it must be for you to fail when it's so against your nature to not excel at something. I'm not a very good mentor, considering we haven't had any more sessions together. But I want to be a good example for you too.
I love Arev. I love her so much. Victor looks strangely satisfied.
I see. And, of course, I heard you sing just now, but may I ask, how is your music going with, you know?
Jeez. Wait, I'm just gonna click the button. I shrug mildly.
We've been working on a song together that's been going really well, but I can't quite sing it yet until my vocal synthesizer is under control.
Klaus could not assist?
I look at my feet for a moment.
Klaus says it's a mental block rather than a physical one. And Zafir says I need to build up my confidence. He asked me to start singing while doing household chores to distract myself from being overly critical.
Oh?
Victor crosses his arms sternly.
Why haven't you been then?
Wait, no, low-key, this is Zafir and Victor teaming up against RF, like, for her best interest, like, with her best interest at heart, but just, they don't know it, but they low-key helping each other. Again, I know, like, it's the flamboyant. He's not gay, right? Because you can romance him later, but it's the flamboyant best friend and the love interest. Like, I love it. I'm into this. I love it so much. Right? Oh, of all the times for Victor to be on Zafir's side, right? Yes. I sputter defensively.
It feels silly to be singing while I work.
to whistle then.
As much as it pains me to say it, Zephyr is most likely correct in his assignment. To have you defy instruction from a trusted instructor will not do. Follow me.
But what about the roses?
I will ask Diego to finish the task. Come now.
Victor doesn't look like he'll be taking no for an answer, so, resigned, I turn off the hose and follow him inside. In the library, Zephyr's relaxing, his feet up as Victor bursts inside, myself in tow. He scrambles to his feet as Victor eyes him critically.
I've come to assist Aurev, and I need your keyboard if you would allow me to use it.
A part of me can clearly hear that this request is more of a command, but... well, he's trying, so I'll still give him credit. Zephyr looks at me questioningly, but I can only shrug helplessly. Aside from being seemingly strangely annoyed, I have no idea what Victor's intentions are.
Sure thing, V-Man.
Don't call me V-Man.
Oh no, it could fit. Zephyr rolls his eyes, but leaves us alone for a few moments. I can't say I know what Victor's planning to do, but it's leaving me more and more curious.
Victor, thank you for trying to help me, but, what?
What is it that you intend to do? I don't know how to ask the question without sounding accusatory.
You'll see.
Zephyr bursts through the door with brisk steps, keyboard in his arms.
I'll set it up here.
He hums quietly while he sets up the keyboard, and we watch silently on the sidelines, my mind in a tangle. How is a keyboard going to help me to sing?
Can I watch?
No.
Oh! He pauses.
Thank you for the privacy and the keyboard.
Resigned, Zephyr casts me a forlorn look as he slinks out of the room. I'm left wondering why when Victor guides me over to the keyboard.
The instrumental, if you please.
Okay.
I play the whistling intro with synths, my fingers only slightly trembling from nervousness. Victor taps his finger to the beat.
Ah, yes. I've heard you hum this before.
Yo! Yo! I checked. I am a sucker I'm a sucker for this. I'm a sucker. The behind guidance, I'm here for it. I'm okay. I'm just gonna be really honest. I'm a sucker for a lot of shit. Leave me alone, okay? I play otomes. Like, leave me alone. Let me enjoy my tropes and my stuff, okay? Oh, it's so cute! I think I love the background. Is the sparkles? It's those sparkles that happen when they fall in love. Wait. I think. Okay, I know there's moments in Sasaki and Miyano too. The circles meet the. Where's the bunkasai? Reaper, you can just continue to play the game. No, I need to show that the bunkasai and the sparkles, it's a thing. You can see it in the background. You can see it. You can see it like in the background. I don't know if you can see it. It's this side. There's a little bit in the background, but yes, the sparkles. The sparkles give me so much like romance. Ugh. This is one of the first scenes you wrote. I love it. Certified wholesome romantical moment right there. I feel like I need a stamp. Just be like, Reaper certified, like, romantic moment. I love this. Oh my god. This is so cute. To my surprise, Victor's arms reach around me to press against the keys, a shiver sliding up my fingertips from the close contact. He rests his chin in the crook of my shoulder.
But, Victor...
I sputter out his name, but he shushes me quietly.
Consider it a distraction, one that can be ignored.
I know you think that. But no. Like...
Concentrate on the melody.
I try to follow his advice, but just like that, my heart core starts to hum in my chest so loudly that I'm sure Victor can hear it. If he doesn't, I'd be amazed.
Your fingers are too stiff. Stop for a moment.
Give me some space, but also don't leave me. He gently brushes my hands aside to demonstrate.
You'll want to play it like this.
He presses the keys gently so that I can watch and imitate, but my optics are barely tracking the movement. I feel like I'm sputtering along in safe mode, completely flustered by Victor's close contact.
Pay attention, Alrev.
You're making it very hard!
Yes.
And then he's got that smile that's low-key a smirk. That is a low-key smirky smile, and I love it on him, but he knows what he's doing. He might not get emotions, but he knows what he's doing, and I don't like it, but I appreciate it, but it doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean I like it. I begin to slowly feel out the keys, wincing as I make mistakes.
Ah, that's not right. You want to hit D flat here.
Victor corrects each mistake kindly. He plays the notes again. I can't help it. Close proximity of Victor's warm arms wrapped around me unsettles me in a way that's not quite unpleasant. I try again, this time more successful as a familiar hum vibrates against my back. Victor's heart core. That's right. He's nervous too. Or at least feeling something, so I'm not alone. My voice is quiet in the library.
Am I doing it right?
Sing the first lines of your melody.
I want to tell him that I'm still working on it, but something tells me to just try. So I do, singing the melody that comes to mind as the song's first lyric begins. Take my hand on this summer day, feel the breeze and let's run away. Like a daydream, fields of daisies, under stars, let's just stop and sway. Saw you here and saw you there, and daydreams you're everywhere. Won't you stop and look into my eyes, and my heart's your... I shift on the chair to turn and look at Victor to gauge his reaction, but to my surprise, he's already looking at me. Our noses so close they almost touch. I want the smooch, but we just got that art. I know it's not gonna be a smooch. I know it's not, but I want it.
Victor.
I breathe his name, and suddenly there's a something between us. Something electrifying and exhilarating and sharp and thrilling. An electric current that makes my whole face tingle from the tips of our almost touching noses to our lips. It feels like an electric current is running between us, and it's certainly nothing I've ever felt before. There's another sharp sensation, and this time there's the dissonant noise of Victor's normally delicate fingers slamming suddenly against the keys as we pull apart from each other in shock. The keyboard begins to tumble to the ground. I barely manage to grab the central piece of the instrument before it crashes completely to the floor.
What?
He trails off, the question on his lips mirroring mine as I cling to the keyboard.
I don't know. It seems we may have shocked each other from being too close, but
I look at him in alarm. Is he hurt anywhere?
did it hurt you? Are you alright?
I'm fine, just...
He touches his face, then looks at his palm.
unsettled.
What was that?
I cannot be sure, but it felt...
He trails off uncharacteristically, just as I finish his thought.
Right.
For a moment longer, we gaze at each other as I hold the falling keyboard in my lap. I can see Victor's eyes so close to mine and almost glowing in the shade of his bangs. I can't help myself. His gaze is too intense, and I break it by standing suddenly and placing the keyboard on its stand. Victor stands up straight as well, his voice strangely subdued as he speaks.
I should depart. I've lingered on long enough and without being much help. I am sorry. I don't know why I...
He trails off again. Is he flustered? No. More specifically, is he as flustered as I am? It would seem so. I've never seen Victor so unsure, and it unsettles me. With that, Victor hurries out of the library, leaving me to stare down at the keyboard alone. I touch my lips lightly.
What was that?
A spark between us. Is that gonna be in the song? Is that gonna be in the song? I stand abruptly. This isn't something I can look up. I have to ask the other androids of the house. I seek out Zafir first and foremost. What's up, baby the poet? How are you? We're doing good. It's Frisky Flirty Friday, and we are here. You stopped by at a good time. Oh my god. Zafir is the easiest to find because I just spoke to him. He's sulking in the living room, grumbling to himself as I approach.
Zafir,
Oh, am I no longer a spare bolt so easily cast aside?
Flamboyant best friend, guys. I sit beside him on the couch.
I'm sorry if I did anything to make you feel that way.
Oh?
Zafir looks over at me.
Yes, I'll make it up to you.
Bye.
How about writing my next song to be about you instead of, you know...
Aww. Way to his own heart. Right away, Zafir looks at me, eyes practically glittering with excitement.
Really?
Really?
Wow. You really do know how to get on my good side.
I smile at him.
Call it a skill.
A dangerous one, certainly. In any case, how can the Grand Maestro assist you?
I look at him in surprise.
What do you mean?
You're not the only one who knows they're friends. What's up?
Aww. Zafir's looking at me earnestly, but in reality, I have no clue how to phrase or even figure out my question. I do want to ask about the whatever that was, but I don't know how to. What should I call it?
Have you ever had a spark with someone?
Is he gonna say like a spark with his fans or something? Zafir looks at me strangely.
Like...
Maybe not. He spins his hands before dropping them back to his lap.
Like what? When I do a search, I get results about chemistry and connections. If you're asking if I've ever felt a connection with someone, then yes, of course I have.
As fans.
Really?
Oh, Rev, I connected with my fans every time I sang to them.
Ah, a human connection.
Human to virtual connection. Is that what you mean?
I shake my head slowly.
I'm talking about something more physical. A literal spark?
That's true. Like, it was a literal spark between them.
Like a firework?
Yes? No? I shake my head.
A sparkler.
Closer, but like from one android to another.
Zapper stares at me before looking sheepish.
I gotta say, Rev, I have no clue what you're talking about. Why don't you just tell me what happened?
I fluster for a moment, my face warming from the sudden excess heat of my hardcore engines running. See you, Misaka! Thank you for hanging out for so long, sweetie! I hope you have a great day, or great night.
I guess it's simple. I looked at Victor, and he looked at me.
I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me! I couldn't help it. Was that a reference? Was that a reference?
And then?
And then there was a spark of something between us. I guess electricity would be the obvious conclusion, but the current passed through my face to his.
Where?
Where?
Rev, you gotta tell him? You gotta tell a Rev. Are we gonna a Rev? Are we? I touch my lips lightly.
You mean you kissed? I didn't even know androids could kiss!
Kiss?
But did we touch? I didn't think we touched. Wait. But we didn't touch. Did we? Did I smooch the robot? Did I smooch the robot and not even know? Motherfucker! I'm so mad. I wanted one thing tonight. To smooch Victor. And I somehow missed it. In my mind, I was like, there's no way. No way. We had that beautiful cover art. We had the beautiful scene. There's no way I get the beautiful scene and the kiss. So mad. Everything that I've ever complimented myself in playing otomes and being like, I played too many otomes, I played too many otomes, I played too many of... No. It's all gone out the window. Oh, it's all gone out the window. No. I don't think it was you. I think it was me. No. You need to leave it as it is so that, Miss Shoette, you need to leave it as it is so that, like, other people can have the reaction of me. They'll either get it or they'll be like me. And Zaffer will be the one to tell them. Because for some reason I like that. But then again, I'm also a masochist, so who knows? I can't. Well, chat, mission accomplished. We smooched Victor. Success! Oh my god. Kiss. Noun. A touch with the lips as a sign of love, desire, reverence, or greeting.
Close? Our lips weren't touching when the spark happened. I don't think it was a kiss, Sapphire.
Okay, the dev is in the chat, Arev. And she says it was. So... It was. Although me and you seem to be on the same mindset, but apparently it was.
It was something different. Something maybe just between androids.
Something special?
Wow, that's cool. Also completely outside my realm. Look, Bluebird, I can do the romancing when it's for my fans, but I don't think this is in the scope of fandom. Sorry.
Depends on what fandom you're a part of, because I'm a part of the Victor fandom, so... It is.
It's okay.
I'm a little surprised that Sapphire's admitting there's something he doesn't know. But it must be true if that's the case. He looks thoughtful.
Maybe you can ask Diego?
Ask Diego what?
Aww.
How long have you been there?
Like 2 seconds. Victor was supposed to help me put away the groceries I just bought, but he asked me to do it alone before he went out.
Victor went out?
Yeah, surprised me too since we had plans.
Aw.
I mean, granted.
He lifts his elbows to emphasize his 2 arms, both full of groceries.
It's not like I can't do it myself, but I'm surprised to see Victor skip out on a duty.
Hydrate. His gaze sidles towards me.
Did something happen?
Why are you asking me?
No reason.
Literally everyone in the house knows what's going on, and for some reason Victor and Arever still try to play it dumb. Like, no. Everyone knows. We all fall silent. Then...
She and Victor kissed!
Zapper!
Sapphire's outburst surprises Diego so much that he almost drops the groceries instead of placing them down gently. He catches himself, putting the bags on the counter before carefully disentangling his arms from the cloth handles.
Is it true?
No, it's not. But something did happen. There was a spark. Sort of an electric pulse? A pulse between us.
I've never heard of anything like that. Where did the current run through?
Sapphire?
Their lips!
I knew it! Oh my god, I'm like, I know! This boy can't keep his mouth closed. He needs to tell everybody. Knew it. I'm slowly gaining back my otome cred.
Zapper!
Ah, so, sort of like a kiss.
That's what I said!
I need a CG of them having this conversation with a Rev in the middle and Zapper just being like super animated and Diego just being like, huh, like, I don't know why. I see it in my head and I need it.
It was not a kiss. I don't even know if it was anything special. It just... I never experienced anything like that before.
Nothing special, huh? Why don't we try recreating it like the hug then?
If Victor walks in while we're trying to do that, dude will either walk away or burn the house down. I feel like Victor is very much one of those two, man. What's up? Hi, Janelle. I see you.
Oh, that's a great idea! If we could see it happen, then that would definitely help.
I guess so.
No! Rev, no! At this point, burn the house down? I want to make a disclaimer. The things I read in books, the things I like in otomes, and the things that are fictional do not equate to the things that I like IRL or that I approve of IRL. That is why they are fiction. But knowing that little point about Victor's gotten to the point that he's like, I'd burn down the house if I saw you kissing one of these other androids, that makes me extremely happy. I feel like I'm at a loss of what to do excuse me. I feel like I'm at a loss of what to do. But between Diego and Zaffir's resolve, I somehow find my own. I grip my fists, clenching the edge of my skirt in both of my hands.
Okay, let's do it.
No! This is the worst idea you've had. Diego brushes off his hands. Victor, please stop this.
So, what should I do?
I wanted to smooch robots. I wanted to smooch androids, but I really just wanted to smooch the one.
Just get close to my face.
Diego nods affirmatively.
All right, here I go.
As Diego's face draws closer to mine, my heart core hums steadily in my chest. I hope. What do I hope exactly? That something special just between Victor and I?
Orev?
Oh,
You don't have to keep your eyes closed. Nothing happened.
really?
But that only leaves me more puzzled.
What a mystery.
Diego and Zaffir burst out laughing.
What?
Your face!
I think what Zafir means is that you seem pretty relieved.
Diego, it's nothing against you, sweetie. You're adorable. You're a cinnamon roll. I adore you. But I am very much so, thank you. He shrugs.
I have groceries to put away, so I'll just do that. And let us know if you figure out what your little pulse spark thing is.
Little spark thing? I rub my neck awkwardly.
Will do, Diego. Will do.
Oh my god, if Vic, I now understand why it was written as Victor has gone off somewhere. Victor has left, because if Victor was there. Let's just say there might not be a house anymore, okay? Victor and I are sitting on opposite sides of the living room while he reads and I idly hand sew items Victor's collected from around the house. Despite the fact that neither of us are speaking, the silence is comfortable, if a bit full of the things we're not saying. Or maybe full of the things I'm not saying. I feel shy in a way, mainly because I keep thinking about the spark. Victor seems completely calm, but I wonder how much of it is how he's really feeling and how much of it is an act. I look up at him, staring just a little. He stares down at the analog book, reading steadily as his eyes quickly scan the pages, presumably as he uploads them into his memory. I wonder not for the first time why he reads like this instead of just uploading the pages directly into his mind. But honestly, if I had a queue of questions I want to ask Victor, that one is pretty low in it. I think of how he slammed his fingers against the keys at the sensation of the spark. I know he felt it too, so why... How is he so normal about this?
You're staring, Orev.
He says the words without looking up from his novel.
Do I want to know why?
No.
I'm sure you don't.
You'll never guess what I just found out!
For one, Zaffir's interruption is welcome. I note Victor's eyes on my face, but when I glance at him, he quickly looks down at his book.
I said...
We heard you, Zaffir. What did you find out?
Why is it like mom and dad and the teenage son? Victor's like reading the newspaper, Rev's sewing, and the child's like, guys, mom, dad, you'll never guess. Andrea, good evening. JJ, I think I saw you earlier, sweetie, but how are you? Welcome, welcome. I know, I'm so glad to see you, Zafir.
So, I was on my old company's website reading up on news about Zaf 2 as I like to do when I feel like being bitter, and listen to this! There's supposed to be a singer-songwriter contest!
Okay, let's be honest. Zafir is all of us. Zafir is all of us reading up on news about Zaf 2 as I like to do when I feel like being bitter. Okay? We all do that. Look at ex's stuff, or look at ex-friends, or look at people you don't like social media. When you're like, I want to be bitter, I'm gonna like lean into being bitter. Zafir is all of us. The relatable drama queen. Amen.
Oh, that sounds interesting, I guess.
A Rev.
It's called Musicast, and it's an annual competition to look for the next big artist, and it's open to original songwriters. You know what that means, right?
No?
We can put the song in!
This could be a chance to do something with your music!
I think you're forgetting something crucial, Zafir. Rev is not human, and thus is not eligible.
Oh. I keep forgetting that as well. Zafir protests.
Avatars are eligible to enter. All she needs is a human sponsor and...
Victor shakes his head as he shuts his book and stands up.
Involving the young master? And putting us all in danger.
Danger? What are you talking about? I don't think...
I am aware that you do not think.
Okay, sweetie, that was a low blow.
Hey, let's all calm down. Victor, what do you mean?
Victor glares at Zafir.
If you were to enter Rev into the competition as the young master's avatar, that would mean she would have to pretend that she is not a rogue in order to pass as the face of another human. Even if the humans bought the idea of a Dreamweaver model being reprogrammed into a singing machine, she would still be considered an android. Absolute obedience would be expected of her, and if she fails to do that, people will start asking questions about the young master, about all of us as rogues.
I low-key forgot that this was like a safe house, like a haven for them.
But that's only the worst possible scenario. The bright side is this. Our Rev could express herself and share her music with the world in a way that she's never done before. And as her mentor in music, I think it would be an excellent challenge for her.
I look between them, folding my hands behind my back.
Zafir, I appreciate you, but I wouldn't want to put you in danger of being found with rogue androids. It really could put us all in danger. I'm sorry, but I have to decline.
To my surprise, Zafir accepts my words with grace and only the most minor of protests.
All right. I think you're missing out on an opportunity to grow, but I'll defer to you.
Like a good friend. I smile at him.
Thanks, Zafir.
Of course, Bluebird.
Now, I just finished sewing these, and they need to be washed. I'll be in the laundry room if you need me.
Before either of them can speak, I gather the clothes and odds and ends and make my way to the laundry room. Ooh! This is a new one. Once I'm alone and the door slides shut behind me, I press my back against it gingerly so no one will hear.
Me? A performer?
Imagine it, reject the thought. Ooh! Save. Yes. Oh no! But like... I want to imagine it. Doesn't mean I want to do it, because like they're right with the rogues and putting putting Q in danger, but I want her to feel confident, like she can do it. It doesn't hurt to dream. I'm gonna imagine it, yeah. I try to imagine myself in a flashy outfit singing to a crowd of people. I can almost hear them screaming my name. There's a sinking feeling in my chest. I cup my hands against it tenderly. I really hope we don't try to enter and like try to convince Q with the little friendship that we've created with him. I don't want to use him.
There's no way I could do it, but...
I twirl gently in the laundry room, humming one of my songs. I don't know how to dance, but the idea of these unwieldy parts doing something graceful and sharing myself and all that I am with the world through my music...
It seems so thrilling.
What sounds thrilling?
You know, I'm a little proud of myself. I'm getting better at not being spooked by your sudden appearances.
Sorry.
Aww.
That's fine.
What were you saying just now, though?
Did you hear that conversation in the living room just now?
No. I was asleep. Sorry.
Same, buddy. Oh, that's a surprise, but I guess he's not omnipresent, so I recap for Q quickly.
So there's a competition for newbie entertainers and songwriters, basically. And Zephyr suggested I enter, but...
But it's only for humans.
Humans and avatars.
He catches on quickly.
Ah. So if you had a human behind you...
I could be entered in the competition. Yes.
But I don't want... No, it's gonna put us in a lot of danger.
Do you want to do it?
Yes, but no. I fall silent.
If I'm honest, I do. Yes. I love music, Q. I can't believe how much I love making it. Struggling through verses, figuring out the words to sing to express what's truly in your heart core. I love it all. And not just that. I know it sounds crazy, but I've been thinking so small scale. I never even imagined the idea of being able to share who I am with others, even if they don't know that it's really a rogue singing in front of them. I'd be sharing a piece of me up there. That sounds so inspiring. So fun.
I see. Well, if you're that passionate about it, why don't you just go for it and apply? I wouldn't mind sponsoring you. In fact, I'd love to do it.
No, oh. But I'm already shaking my head as I stuff the bundle of clothes into the washing machine.
I couldn't, Q. I really couldn't. I mean, what if I was found out as a rogue? People would want to know how I became autonomous. I could put you in danger. Or worse, in the spotlight.
Don't worry about that. Let us humans figure that out. I think you should go for it, RF. It's the least I could do to support you and your dream.
We, with all due respect, and I love Q, and I respect his input, can we please talk to Roman about this? I feel like he actually knows what the fuck is going on and can actually support and help and not make things go to shit. I really do want to.
Okay, look. I just took a look and the winner is based on votes. You're virtually unknown, so... the worst that could happen is that you fail and you're stuck with us. You want my input? Let me fill out the paperwork and get back to you when it's done. I would be glad to help, a companion of mine.
His words surprise me. A companion? Not a friend? But then, I guess I haven't known Q long enough to really, truly be his friend. I feel warm inside for the risk he'd be taking for all of us. Just for me.
Thank you, Q.
Don't mention it. I want to help you.
Even knowing how Victor would react?
Well, I'm still trying not to think about that. But it'll be okay. It'll be fine.
It's hard to keep the smile out of my voice.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
I am. Sorry. Well, if he says anything, I won't punk out. This is my decision, and I'm determined to see it through.
I smile as I finish starting the laundry.
I'm determined to see it through too, Q. I won't forget your kindness.
And, well, I'm very scared. He's silent, signifying the conclusion of our conversation. So I make my way out of the room, heading towards my bedroom. Okay, chat. Let's do maybe one more section, unless we're like, we can't stop, we need another one. Let's do one more little section. Q's very idealistic because he's young. Yep. He very much, I get the vibe from him of like, we do things to save rogues, so we have the power because humanity and things like that. And it's like, dude, no, I really need your older brother who's kind of got a grip on things. Yeah, I love him for that, but this could go so bad so quickly. Like, in some way, just make a little concert at the house for everyone. You know what I mean? Someone's enjoying their motorcycle tonight. I'm in my room preparing to charge for the night when I hear a quiet knock at my door. A guest? At this hour? I walk to the door, pressing my hand to the panel. I don't know who I was expecting, but it was not him. Hi, I'm not disappointed. I'm just stunned.
Victor?
I won't stay long. I just wanted to thank you.
I stare at him in surprise. Thank me?
Thank me for what exactly?
Victor is silent as he draws closer to me. To my surprise, he reaches out and gently cups my cheek for a moment before dropping his hand and eyes as he bows toward me.
Thank you for declining Zaffir's offer.
But now Q is... shit. You're cackling, and I feel like I've made a grave mistake. I feel like I should have just declined the idea completely. Like I'm trying to romance Victor, but guys, I'm also trying to make our Rev the best she can be. She needs dreams, and she needs change. She deserves to be whatever she wants to be. This is so hard. I stare at him, mouth agape.
What?
He straightens.
I know that music means a lot to you, and you know that the young master means just as much to me. So, I felt it essential to thank you for your choice. You've protected the young master, and I can only be grateful.
I can almost feel my battery draining from the stress. Really? Q's words highlight in my mind. This is my decision, and I'm determined to see it through. I don't like the music change. With that, I steel myself as I stare at Victor.
Rev, is something the matter?
I'm sorry. I know you'll be disappointed, but I talked it over with Q.
Did I make the wrong decision? No, I don't like the dev is cackling.
You spoke with the young master? When?
No.
How?
No.
Yes, I did. He didn't share his name with me, but I call him Q. I wouldn't call us friends or anything, but he chose to reach out, and he's supporting me. How could I turn down my dreams when the person most at risk is willing to support me?
I don't like this. I don't like this. I've messed up. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Simple. You say, "No, young master, thank you, but I recognize the danger and..."
No.
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, babe. You know what? Okay, Arev. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put myself in a third person position right now. Where's my popcorn? I'm gonna let girl cook. You know, take this confidence and run, baby. I'm just gonna press the button for you.
Sorry?
I can't sacrifice everything for everyone else. I've always been a good android. Did what I was told, day in and day out. And don't get me wrong, I loved my old life. But when is it my turn to be sacrificed for, Victor? Why shouldn't I have the right to accept Q's sacrifice? Or Zappers? Or my own?
Victor begins to respond before shutting his lips tightly.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I reach out to Victor, but he takes a neat step backward as I lower my hand.
Listen, Victor.
I will not listen. I trusted you to keep this house, this family, safe. And you choose to...
I chose the bad choice all on my own. No, just watch the thing.
Victor.
I look up at the ceiling in shock. Q? And I'm not the only one.
Young master.
Leave Arev alone. I'm the one who offered to sponsor her.
Why? You know the dangers. You know you aren't ready.
I know, Victor. But it's nice to not just stand on the sidelines letting life go by. You and Klaus are always telling me to interact with the outside world when I feel ready. But when will I ever feel ready? Will I ever be ready? I'd like to think so, but... sometimes, Victor, you've just got to go for it. It was my choice to support Arev, and I expect you to follow my lead.
Victor is silent.
I will refrain from speaking my thoughts out of respect for you, but...
He trails off, looking at me with a betrayed stare. I stare back at him firmly. Nothing he can do or say will make me give this up, no matter how I feel about him.
I can't wish you well, Arev, but...
A part of me perks up at the idea of having even a little of Victor's support.
Never mind.
He's probably saying I can't, like, support you, but I hope you're safe kind of thing. He turns away and leaves without another word. I look down at my feet, dragging them back into my room. I trusted you. Just the house key in my pocket, attached to Victor's crooked cat.
I'm sorry, Victor.
Don't be. Victor will come around. I know he will.
I think you're underestimating how much he worries about you, Q.
Maybe.
God! His tone is surprisingly cheeky. As usual, Q isn't very helpful, but at least he's honest.
I'm entering sleep mode, Q. Good night.
Good night, Arev.
I shut down into sleep. Hey, Arev.
Zafir?
It's time to wake up. Everyone's waiting for you.
Why? What are you talking about?
Just follow me. The curtains are drawn apart as I walk out on stage, facing a massive crowd of people. The lights are so bright that I can't make out anyone's faces. This is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I open my mouth to sing, but when I do, a high-pitched screech comes out of my mouth. I try again, but the sound only worsens. Error noises, but why? Why is this happening? I look out into the crowd to apologize when all of a sudden one of the faces in the crowd looks clear to me.
Linthus?
What is he doing here? Why did he come? He makes eye contact with me, shaking his head at me in disapproval. I look away quickly, trying not to see him as I notice another face in the crowd to the left. I squint into the lights, but it's no mistake. It's Linthus again, also shaking his head. I look around the crowd. Row after row of my former masters sits, shaking their collective heads at me. The crowd begins to chant. Disappointment, disappointment, disappointment! I turn in panic to run off stage when I see the stage crew behind me. They all bear Linthus's face as well, chanting and chanting in a never-ending blur. I wake up, my fans running at full speed, no doubt in an attempt to calm my processors down.
Another one.
Another dream. I stare at the ceiling.
Am I a disappointment?
No! My rational mind says no. Apparently it's me. I'm the rational part. I have no way of knowing whether or not Linthus would have been disappointed in me if he knew that I was choosing music over weaving, but at the same time, dreams don't feel rational. I shut my eyes.
What time is it anyway?
Early morning, but not too early. I'm mostly charged, so I could get up now if I wanted to. I sit up. Maybe I should message Klaus.
Dear Dr. Champion.
Maybe a bit too formal?
Klaus, I had another dream, and I'd like to meet to discuss it with you if that's alright with you.
I send him a brief message asking to meet and almost immediately receive a reply. K! Klaus, you're a doctor! K? I'd expected more text, but I suppose that'll have to do. Rolling over, I go back into sleep mode for a full charge. Do I continue, chat? Save? Yeah. No, Misha was saying yes, continue. Last scene. I'm so invested. Oh, Tompi, you and I might lose out. I do want to know what happens. I won't spoil anything, but I personally feel like couples don't have to always see eye to eye to love each other. 100%. And again, I read your guys' messages. I just don't always comment when we're doing VODs kind of thing. Dawn, good evening. Hello. Thank you for the congratulations. I 100% agree. And like you said, you're right. He really cares about her at this point. That's the thing, is he wants her to be safe. But he's also has the duty of like taking care of the house and Q. Won't spoil. Yep, so you know, our Rev and Victor will be fine. Reaper's been making great choices. I'm just saying save because you should. I am tired, but I'm up for the full stream tonight. Okay, we'll save. We'll save? Let's get some caffeine in me? Can we get some? Where's my things? Can we get some nows? Can we get some Reaper nows, please? Slap that table. Slap the table if you want me to continue playing. Slap it. Okay. The sound of mild knocking awakens me a second time.
Hello? RF?
I sit up suddenly.
What time is it?
Checking my internal clock, I realize it's only been about 40 minutes since I sent Klaus that message. I know I didn't specify a time, but I didn't think... I fling myself out of bed and over to the door. Pressing my hand to the pad, it slides open, revealing Klaus on the other side. As usual, the doctor looks neat, standing there passively with a serious expression.
You called, yes?
I nod speechlessly.
How did you get here so fast?
I was already awake, so I drove here. You didn't specify a time, so I assumed you meant as soon as possible, no?
I wish like all professionals felt that way, like all medical professionals. I shake my head no.
I wasn't expecting you. Sorry.
Ah, really? I see.
Klaus looks thoughtful for a moment.
Is something the matter?
I normally charge more for emergency calls, but I think I'll let this one slide. After all, it was a bit of miscommunication. My apologies.
Well, now we know for the future. Dang, Tompi was on as long as he doesn't charge double time for the late shift.
In any case, before we begin, may I just say that I've seen the posters Zaffir's been putting up. Without a permit, I might add. I voted for you.
Aw, Klaus! Oh, Miss Chouette, don't worry. I noticed. Three-piece suits get me all. They just get me. On women, on men, NBs, everyone. Three-piece suits. Oh. Thank you.
Posters.
I stare at him in surprise.
Posters for what?
For the Musicast competition. I voted for you, of course.
Zaffir's putting up posters telling people to vote for me?
Klaus lets out a laugh.
Are you surprised? Hasn't Zaffir been teaching you music in the first place? I'm not really surprised that your mentor is doing so much to support his musical apprentice.
I see.
Are you excited?
I try to smile, but I can only look down at my hands.
I'm not. Sorry.
Oh. Why not?
There's just so little chance of my song being chosen. No need to get my hopes up when I'll just be disappointing everyone when I don't win.
Disappointment. I cringe as I hear the chants of my dream in Lensis' voice.
Interesting. How has your vocal development been since the last time I saw you? Has it been this bad regularly?
Well, some days are good, but some days, noticeably after I have a bad dream.
Ah, I see. May I ask you a question, RF?
Sure.
Do you believe in yourself? At all?
Well,
I trail off.
to be honest, I'm a little scared too. I should be proud of myself, right? I took the leap. I submitted my song, but I had another dream, Doctor. Lenthus was telling me how disappointed he was in me. And it made me feel so...
Klaus steps in closer to place his hand on my shoulder.
So what, RF?
so afraid, Klaus. I'm afraid to want my music to do well. I'm afraid my music will let everyone who helped me down because it's not good enough.
Klaus smiles at me gently, dropping his hand.
Well, then you're in luck.
Am I?
Yes, because while I understand you're afraid to fail, in creativity, this is no failure. There's no creative output that's good enough, or even straight up bad, just enjoyable and less so. As long as you're having fun, you should be excited.
No good enough? No bad? You mean my music to other people is just something that can be enjoyed or not enjoyed, but that said enjoyment doesn't automatically contribute to the value of my output?
Exactly. To my surprise, the words flow out flawlessly. Klaus snaps his fingers.
Most eloquently put, Arev. I couldn't have articulated it better myself.
But what if it's not enjoyed? Or outright ignored? Won't I be letting everyone down?
But in that case, the people, like let's just think in the game, Zafir, Klaus, Diego, Q, hell, even Victor will enjoy it because they see her doing it. So the people that you think that you're gonna let down are excited for you anyway because you're doing things. They're going to enjoy it because it's you. So in some weird way, you can't let them down. You know what I mean? If we're going from this thing of like, it's meant to be enjoyed or it's meant to just like be ignored kind of thing. It's not their cup of tea. When your friends see things that you've made, you guys literally with the sound, with the VA earlier, with the tweet earlier, you guys are like, we're gonna play the game. We're going to enjoy it because it's Reaper. Like, that's literally it. Yes, exactly. Not Klaus saying my personal philosophies. Oh, but to be fair, as a creative person, I immediately thought of my streams and I immediately thought of my YouTube. And now, like, adding the VA to it, like, my YouTube videos. I say me as a person, but I'm very, like, I'm always like, me as a person, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and, like, that's fine. I'm actually quite okay with people not liking me as a person. But for some reason, when it's my content, I'm like, man, I've got to like it, or people have to like it. It needs to be enjoyable by all people. And in some weird way, that's just because of, like, this idea of grinding and growing and social media, you know, kind of thing of like, if you don't put the best out there, you're not gonna get any growth, which is what you want when you're in this sphere of content creation. When in reality, I go back and I watch my old VODs where I was sitting on the floor or didn't have a mic, and I'm like, I was still funny. I was funny then as I am now. Nothing really has changed about, like, the parts of things that I enjoy, which is me being an entertainer. Fuck! I wasn't expecting this tonight!
No, I don't believe so. But even so, you can't feel for everyone else. There's only one person you should be concerned with letting down, Arev.
Zafir?
No, sweet baby girl, it's you. You, literally you. Literally the only android that we've all fallen so hard for. I literally said, like, as much as I want to romance Victor, I want you to be the best you. We've all fallen for you the most. Am I wrong? God, she's so sweet. Klaus smiles in amusement.
Zafir's ego has bounced back enough times that I think he'll be fine if you don't succeed. You, RF. I was going to say you. You're the one who will be affected if your voice isn't consistently strong, and you're the one who is making music for your own enjoyment. So, it should be you.
Me? Is it okay to feel that important? I feel a weight flutter off of my chest at just the thought of singing with confidence. No glitches in sight.
Thank you, Klaus. I feel much better.
Then my job is done. For today's session, anyway. Now, have you been keeping up with your maintenance?
Yes, thank you so much.
I wrap my arms around the human doctor, squeezing him lightly in excitement.
I will try my best to believe in myself.
He pats me on the back lightly until I let go, beaming up at him.
Now then, I should practice singing, shouldn't I?
You should. And I should check on your housemates. Have a lovely day, Arev.
Thank you. Do you need me to lead you to Diego's room?
Today I'm feeling lucky. I'm sure I can find it.
Aww. Nodding at him, I turn and head towards the library for practice. Saw you here and saw you there. In my eyes, you're everywhere. Yeah, I need to listen to this song. Oh. Till the day you're always by my side, holding hands and full. I trail off, trying not to feel frustrated. Save. Yes. Power through. Stop for now. Right? This one is tough. My first instinct, though, is to power through. Power through, not in the sense of like, oh, I need to practice for practice sake, but more of a, if you stop when you're feeling frustrated on something that you've just like, I don't know. Fuck, actually, I don't know. You gotta break the mental barrier. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Literally what I was thinking. And then if she stops, she might get into her head again. Like, powering through, but in a way because you know you can do it. Not powering through because you have to do it. Does that make sense? House is really one of my faves. That's why I'm gonna romance him in Chronicle 3. Save? I saved just a second ago, V. I saved just a second ago. Did I not? I did. Right there, okay. Okay, yes. I'm gonna take this chance and power through.
Come on, Arev. You just have to believe in yourself. And that means not giving up.
Saw you here and saw you there. In my eyes, you're everywhere. Till the day you're always by my side. Hand in hand and full of pride. Yes, girl!
Much better.
I stopped practicing to rest my forehead against the table. As nice as it is to hear my voice not glitch out, I wish I could get through the whole song even once without a hiccup or two. Maybe that's asking for too much, though. I opened the door to the hallway, only to see a certain someone hovering by the entrance.
Victor? What are you doing here?
That's not the certain someone! I thought it was gonna be Zafir! I thought it was gonna be Zafir! Victor looks startled to my surprise, but quickly conceals it as his expression changes.
Oh, I was just in the area, doing some dusting.
Dusting? My eyes are drawn to his noticeably empty hands. A lie? Was Victor listening to me sing? Somehow the notion is embarrassing and flattering all at once. I wish for a moment that I sounded better than I do, but I think of the last time I sang the second version of the chorus. At least it made it out of my mouth this time. Or that time.
I see.
We stand there awkwardly in the hallway until I speak as Victor twiddles his thumbs mesmerizingly.
Well, if you wanted to come and sit with me, you've missed your chance. I'm packing up for the day.
Victor's eyebrow lifts.
Oh? And why is that?
Because, frankly speaking, I'm feeling frustrated. I just want to sing well without judging myself, but every time I mess up, I feel more and more mad at myself.
Honestly, she needs to turn off the hearing again, because that worked.
Mad at myself for making a mistake. Mad at myself for caring about what Lempus thinks when he left me alone. Just mad in general.
I try to smile.
But maybe I can chalk this up to knowing my own limitations.
Giving up due to frustration is not quite a limitation, I think. Unless self-imposed limitations count.
In this case, they do. I feel like I'm at the end of my rope, Victor.
He looks torn for a moment.
What?
I do not wish to assist you to the end of your musical success, since I believe it puts the young master and this household in a precarious position, yet I cannot stand here and let you be without support.
Victor falls silent, looking frustrated for a long moment.
I will give you a word of advice.
I wince, preparing myself for whatever Victor is about to lay on me.
Yes, it is good to know one's limits, but as the old human adage goes, practice makes perfect. If you want to succeed in this Musicast competition truly, then you must be ready for the possibility that you will win. And in order to do that, you must practice, as must I.
I look at him in bewilderment.
Victor, what do you need to practice?
It is high time I take advantage of your excellent example. Why don't you rest for now? Then try again and practice in the library tomorrow morning. Perhaps rest and chores will do you well.
I expect myself to be annoyed at the idea of Victor putting me to work, but actually, I feel surprisingly pumped at the idea of doing things to distract me from the frustration I feel. Probably something Victor already knows.
Follow me.
I trail behind him cheerfully, ready to work off my frustrations and be fully put to work. Victor's unable to not take care of others. I got that vibe from him, and I think that's why I adore him. I knew he'd come around. We knew he never... Let's be honest. We knew he never left. No, he never even left. That was adorable. The next day, I feel refreshed as I go into the library to practice. I worked pretty hard yesterday, so today feels like a dream. Rest, relaxation, and practice. I'm not sure that sort of work can really be considered relaxation, but if I compare it to yesterday, it counts. Right? When I walk to the area where the instruments are still kept, to my surprise, I'm not alone. Sitting in one of the chairs, struggling to thread a needle despite it being directly in front of his face, is Victor. At his feet sits a little basket filled with materials. Pins and pincushions, thread of various shades, hoops and cloth for embroidery, all sorts of things. I didn't even know he owned all of these supplies. Still, I have to wonder why he's chosen here of all places to practice embroidery. I'm gonna work on it. Like, in solidarity, he is going to deal with his flaws like she's having to deal with hers, and like they're going to deal with their mistakes and flaws and trying something new together. Fuck. I need him to stop. I just want people to know. You know why more people should play otomes? Indie otomes. I want to very clearly say indie otomes. The bar gets set really high, okay? Like, there's flaws. Like, again, there's flaws, but it sets the bar kind of high.
Victor, what did you come for?
Oh, this?
Victor looks up innocently from his tangled mess of stitches.
Isn't it obvious? I am here to embroider. For practice, specifically, and not at all to keep you company, if that's what you are thinking.
I quirk an eyebrow upwards.
Is that so?
Yes, it is certainly so. I am not here to keep you company, Enrev, and I'm insulted to think I would be so shameless as to have an undisguised ulterior motive.
Right.
There's a note of sincerity and seriousness in his voice that makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if he's telling the truth, or if he truly believes that he is. Or wait, sorry, let me read that again. There's a note of sincerity and seriousness in his voice that makes me wonder if he's telling the truth, or if he truly believes that he is. But instead of pursuing the matter further, I smile.
Then I should practice singing scales as a warm-up.
I start with middle C scale, my voice rising and falling with the notes over and over. Every once in a while there's a hiccup, but this time I try not to let myself get too caught up. Even humans don't sound perfect all the time.
No, Rev. Only mindless machines do that. And you are not a mindless machine.
The conversation with Klaus was adorable. The conversation with Victor, like, those were very eye-opening, and yes, that one was for me. Everyone has flaws. Only mindless machines, like, do things perfectly. No flaws, no nothing. You're not a mindless machine. That's mine! That's mine! Frick, frack, patty whack. I sing the next scale, a B flat, and continue as I feel comfortable.
That's B flat minor scale. You're singing B flat major next, yes?
Victor is unable to not take care of others.
Oh, yes, right.
I go over the notes in my head. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. I'm about to sing another round of notes when I see Victor's fingers struggling to entangle themselves from the thread. I stop singing.
Wait, let me help you.
I dig through his small basket until I can locate some tiny scissors. I start to cut him free as he says nothing. How he gets so tangled, I'll never know. One thing I do know, however, is what I saw in his basket. Namely, a ball of string and some knitting needles. Knitting should be easier than sewing, at least, because it's bigger and easier to see, right? It occurs to me then. I wonder if the reason Victor's eyes are heterochromatic is because the lenses are different models. Maybe that's why he has trouble seeing small things like that. That makes a lot... Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I almost say my epiphany aloud, but I don't want to embarrass him, so I keep it to myself. Readjusting how I'm sitting.
I am sorry.
I look at him, pausing in my cutting work.
Why are you sorry?
You ought to be practicing instead of assisting me with my clumsiness.
I wave a hand dismissively.
If it bothered me, I'd say so, but I don't mind, Victor.
I cut him free of the last threads, patting his hands lightly and being rewarded with the quiet hum of his heart core starting up.
There we go. Now, how about this? Have you heard of knitting?
I have not, no.
I reach into his basket, the supplies noted from the first time I dug through the basket for the scissors. He probably knows already, but...
This is yarn, and these...
I put out 2 thin rods.
These are knitting needles.
I admit I purchased them because I thought it was a larger needle and thread, but could not conceive of why they lacked holes, and why they came in a set of 2.
That is the cutest fucking thing I've ever heard. Because knitting needles are quite large. I don't know what I was expecting him to say, but it wasn't that. Oh my god. I let out a laugh.
Completely different method of creation. Here, let me show you how it works. Loop it around there, move the needle like so, and slide it off. Voila! There's your first row.
Victor stares down at the row of neat knots.
My first row.
He looks up at me.
Thank you. I will work hard to make this piece a success.
How about a scarf? You can just keep making rows until it feels long enough, and then I'll show you how to end it.
That would be...
His lackluster reaction draws my attention.
What?
I do appreciate it, but I feel some concern as well. I did not come to distract you, and yet, here we are.
That's fair. Well, maybe I can take a break and knit a little too. Just to keep my mind off singing.
Zafir did suggest doing other things while practicing, so...
You will do no such thing.
Victor's protest surprised me. I thought that he didn't want to support me musically.
I ought to leave. If anything, I should depart so that you may practice in peace.
You shall do no such thing.
Go, Arev! The no The U? Yes, yes, yes. I looked down at his basket thoughtfully.
I mean, not if you don't want to. I can multitask, and honestly, I should be. It's what Zephyr recommended anyway.
I rummaged through the little basket for extra supplies, and thankfully, Victor's basket does indeed have more yarn and another pair of knitting needles. Why'd you buy 2 sets, buddy? Why'd you buy 2? I start to knit, going through another vocal warm-up by singing through the scales. To my surprise, as I concentrate on knitting, my voice comes out flawlessly, without a hiccup in sight. I stop singing abruptly.
What is it?
Nothing, just... Zephyr was right. If I can sing without thinking about it, then I may be able to sing in front of people if the time comes. I doubt it will, but it's nice to prepare myself.
I also think the things she was doing while she was singing are things that are just like normal chores, like again watering the flowers and mopping and things like that, which can work. But for her and her model, she honestly should have been doing the things that she's comfortable with and singing on top of that. So now that she's knitting, and I know it's a sense of confidence and like she's like decided that she's doing this for herself, she doesn't need to like, she's not going to disappoint anybody, you know, blah blah blah. But I do think there's a sense of doing something that you're, well in their case, like made for, and putting something new on top of it. Like I don't know. But there's just, it's like when you can zone out because you're doing something like your hobby or whatever, you know? Like when I'm drawing, I'm not good at drawing, but like just doodling kind of thing, I can just like zone out with other things. And it's like that kind of same feeling, I think? I don't know if I'm making sense. It's 11 o'clock at night. I don't know if I'm making sense. Taking a deep breath to calm myself, I look up at Victor.
I know you won't support me, and I understand why, but...
Apologize, express determination. I think we're gonna express determination. I'm still gonna save. I'll put it back here. Yep, I'm overriding the one from tonight. We've done 4 saves. I'm just gonna, I think we gotta stay strong. I can't fault him for his concerns about Q, but I can't go back and give up on myself either. Not when I've come so far. Not when I've tried so hard to do my best in singing for me.
I want you to know that I'm going to give it my all.
I expect no less from you.
What?
Aren't we both just doing our best to protect what we love? You, your love of music, and me, the young master. I am not surprised. Disappointed, maybe, but not surprised.
Disappointed, huh?
My expressions hurt for a moment, but then Victor surprises me by clicking his knitting needles together.
No matter. Whatever happens, I hope we can stay on the same path as we are now.
I don't think that's likely, but I smile brightly.
I do too.
Good. In that case, you should finish your vocal warm-up.
Ah, right. Let me get started on it.
I pause for a moment, glancing at Victor's scarf. There's a few holes where he's knitted a section improperly, but all in all, it looks like it'll be wearable. I look up at him in admiration. He's a pretty quick learner. He just had to find his stride.
Well?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Victor holds up a gloved hand.
No need to apologize. I didn't compile a list or anything as thorough as that, but if there is one thing that is for certain, it's that I do enjoy when you sing.
The compliment is touching and my heart core runs a little more quickly at his words.
In that case, it's about time I finish warming up and get to singing.
Taking it from the top, I open my mouth and begin to sing. I've been practicing, or perhaps I should say that we have been practicing. Despite his lack of desires for my success, Victor is surprisingly supportive.
I wonder why. Maybe I should ask him then.
But then again, maybe it's too much for it to be pointed out. As is, the fact that he's helping me improve my singing at all is incredible, and inquiring further into it feels a bit like I'm taking his kindness for granted.
I should back off, shouldn't I?
I make my way to the library, the thought on my mind. It turns out my minor ethical debates are for nothing.
Oh, he isn't here today.
Perhaps I shouldn't be so focused on the why and be happy for the what. Maybe I shouldn't ask any questions and instead just practice the song I plan to.
Okay, let's just take out the lyrics.
And then I open my mouth to do a quick C scale, my throat sliding from note to note with ease. I've really improved. For a moment I feel a twinge of guilt, but I let it pass over me, flowing over my heart core like the wind. I'm not going to hold these feelings, my grief, in. I'm going to sing them out as much as I can. I open my mouth and pure sweet notes come from my throat and it just feels right. Only, look at the space where Victor and I usually sat together knitting. Feel his absence all the more so. I would have never gotten this far without his support and corrections.
I wonder where he is. He can't be far.
Trailing out of the library, I make my way down the hall. Nowhere to be found. It's not in the halls or even his own room. I thought Victor would be in the living room if anything, but I look around the empty attached kitchen.
Not here either, huh?
Oh no, I love this scene, oh no! For a moment, I wonder if he's avoiding me again.
Don't be silly. He could just be doing errands. He could just be...
The sound of footsteps approaching makes me duck behind the counter, though I admit I'm not sure why.
Okay, that's the last of the laundry.
Once we fold it, could you deliver it to my room? I'm going to go on an errand. We need new light bulbs in the young master's room.
Sure thing.
They fall silent, trapping me in the kitchen. I can't stay here forever. I move to stand when Diego speaks again.
You know, it might not be my place to say so, but you seem different, Victor.
Now I know why Miss Chouette loves this scene.
Do I? How so?
Diego doesn't reply immediately. When he does, it's slowly and with much thought.
You smile more.
I do not.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I've never seen your teeth as much as I have lately. You've relaxed.
I have not.
Victor.
Diego, I am exactly the same as I have always been.
I don't think so, Victor. And listen, I'm not accusing you of changing. I'm just saying that you have changed. For the better, in my opinion. You don't seem as strict as you used to.
Are you sure? Because I can certainly assign you more tasks if you keep this up.
You don't scare me, Victor. Especially not right now. Orev?
What does this have to do with Alrev?
Diego, if you saw us, no you didn't. Okay, I've said this like 4 times tonight. If you saw, no you didn't.
Everything, in my humble opinion.
Okay. Victor falls silent, and I struggle to keep my heart core calm in the face of this silence.
You think Alrev has changed me for the better?
Yup. Don't you?
I admit that my way of processing thoughts is less than identical to how it was before, but I will confide in you that I am uncertain of whether this is a positive development or not. I am not a machine of change.
Which makes sense.
I know, but I think change is good for this house. There's been an unsaid status quo that needed to be shaken up, and I'm glad Orev is the one to do it. Ah, did we put away the hose? We should go do that.
The hose? I'm pretty sure...
Just check, will you?
You locked us in the garden. Diego is literally giving us an out. Oh my god. Zappher's just the sassy best friend. Like, this house is awesome.
I trust your judgment, so I will go.
Victor leaves Diego alone in the room. I hope that Diego will go with him when I hear something surprising.
You can come out now.
Love it. I get it. Love it. I'm silent. He can't be talking to...
Hurry, before Victor comes back.
I scramble to my feet.
How did you...
I'm pretty tall. I saw your head as soon as we brought the laundry in.
Oh my god! He smiles.
Besides, some say I have eyes in the back of my head.
Do you?
Not at all. Now come and sit over here.
Oh, sure, I can help you.
Oh, no, I would never ask for your help. If anything, I'd just like to make sure Victor doesn't figure out that you were here the entire time.
Diego, a little sneaky. Okay, baby, okay. Oh, right. I follow his instructions, sitting gingerly on the couch that doesn't have laundry on it. We sit in silence for a few more minutes, waiting for Victor to come back.
Bluebird, Diego! Hello, all!
Zephyr, where did you come from?
Zappher's lips shift into a frown.
That's it? No, hello, how are you, you glorious android? Just, where'd you come from, as though I came slinking from the sewers?
I'm not gonna call you a glorious...
Hello, how are you, you glorious android?
Don't humor him.
It really, oh my god, I love it. There's this sibling dynamic that I just adore amongst all of them.
But if I don't, he'll just keep going, you know.
I do, but as usual, I somehow don't expect Diego to say it out loud. Guess I forgot who I was dealing with.
Ouch. I'm wounded, honestly.
And anyway, how come a Rev is called Bluebird? Why don't I get a nickname?
Because Bluebird is taken, and I don't have the time to just dispense them like candy. A good nickname is earned, Diego. You're simply not worthy. Yet.
Oh, okay, we have a yet.
I'm not that interested anyway. I'm just curious.
I wonder what I did to get a nickname, so I just ask.
Why do you call me Bluebird?
It's the name of my fandom. Or was, anyway. Besides, it's cute and it fits. Especially now that you sing.
Oh, it's a party.
I was wondering! Do we get all four on screen? All four on screen? He doesn't exactly seem pleased as he excuses himself to get back to the couch full of laundry.
No doubt you're both here to assist with the laundry.
Wrong-o! Incorrect! Absolutely not! I don't know about RF, but I'm here to discuss your ranking.
My what?
Oh, the votes.
Your ranking in the MusicCast competition. I've been keeping track of your ranking, and ever since I started endorsing you on Clip Talk, people have been voting for your song. You're in 5th place!
Whoa, and that's much higher than I expected.
For once, I can't be surprised because Diego's sentiments match mine exactly.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. We might actually have a shot at this thing.
I glance at Victor, but he's silent, holding intently without much input.
Our Rev needs to be in the top 3 to receive a prize, but we're so close! And there's 6 more days of voting left.
That much time?
I'm still flabbergasted to the extent that I don't know what to say. I look at Victor again, and this time, I catch his eye as he stares at me solemnly. Before I can stop myself, I hear my own voice blurt out.
Victor, I'm sorry.
He doesn't reply, looking down at the laundry, and everyone falls silent as they look between the two of us. I know how Victor feels about my success. True, he did help me, but that's exactly why I'm sorry. I'm sorry it had to be this way and that we both can't have what we want. I don't think he'll respond when, abruptly, he looks up at me sharply.
I think you should drop out. To protect the young master.
We're having such a good moment in the library. What happened? With that pleading statement, the silence is broken.
Victor,
Are you out of your mind?
But you work so hard.
Victor ignores them.
I know it's your choice, and you have a right to your choices. But please, for the sake of this household, please drop out. Before it's too late. For the sake of the young master.
For my sake? Come on, Victor. I don't think she should drop out.
Zephyr lets out a shrill shriek, startling us all.
Who is that?
Everyone? Q! Q! Well, you know everyone.
The Nightmare Prince, obviously. Nice to finally meet you, by the way.
Oh! Sorry,
Victor's voice is gentle.
Young master, shouldn't you be preparing for Master Roman's visit?
I know what I should be doing. I should be defending Auref. I'm the one who... I want her to... I want to support her dream to be in this competition. More than that, I gave her my word that I'd support her.
Am I the only one who has sense?
Dude, sweetie, you should have gotten Roman on this immediately. Like, if you really want... Let's be honest, if Victor really wanted this to be shut down, all he had to do was mention it to Roman. That's all he had to do. He mumbles the words quietly, so none of us respond. In the silence, the doorbell rings suddenly. Awkwardly, Diego and Zephyr exchange looks.
I'll go put away the laundry.
I'll help.
and I'll get the door.
I walk to the door, trying not to feel as bad about this complex situation as I do.
Sorry, I'm late. Everything okay, Alrev?
Well, you see, what had happened was...
I'm fine, just...
I trail off, shaking my head. It's too complicated to explain from the beginning. And besides, it's not like I've won anyway. This could all be for nothing.
It's nothing to worry about.
I lower my voice.
Just a little hiccup between me and Victor is all. It'll be fine. Anyway, come on in.
Where's Victor?
He was just here.
There's the quiet sound of a door sliding shut.
Was that the...
Garden. Got it. I'll go talk to him.
Roman leaves me alone in the living room, and for a moment, I stay there. But then...
I should follow him and explain what's going on.
I start to pass through the laundry room to get outside when...
What's going on with you and Alrev?
Sound of my name makes my ears perk in interest. I really shouldn't eavesdrop twice in one day, but how else would we get, to know the other characters if we did it? Like, I think it's fine. This is fine.
I'm turning into Q, aren't I?
I look around as if saying his name will summon him, but instead of hearing his voice above me, I can hear their conversation clearly.
It's not what's between Alrev and I. It's what Alrev is planning to do. Please, find a way to help stop this. I worry that if we are revealed as rogues, the young master will face troubles because of our preserved existence.
Roman presses his lips together.
It's beyond true that the world isn't ready to accept a sentient android as a reality. But I'm sure Alrev will be careful not to reveal her sentience if she's chosen for the music competition. Besides, that's what you're worried about?
There's a risk that if caught, you will all collectively be decommissioned, maybe even studied. But you're concerned about Q? He already has a support system.
There's a long, silent pause.
You of all people should know that the house is under my name, and that I'm the one who brought you all together. If anyone would be in trouble, it would be me. I would never let anything happen to my brother.
Roman is great! Roman is so good! There's another pause as Roman sighs in the face of Victor's absolute silence.
I have to say, I'm disappointed in you, Vic. Even now, with a chance for something more, you're still putting my brother before yourself. I know I entrusted his well-being to you, but...
Why did I not see it? Victor is doing the thing that Arev was saying, like, who? No, they're the same. They're the same. Arev puts everyone before her, but this is the one time that she's stepping out and doing something for herself. So, like, people sacrifice for her. Victor is still stuck in that mindset, even though he's also a rogue. Like, you don't have to go as far as Arev is with, you know, being a competition, but it makes sense. Finishing this game. I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're finishing the story tonight. I'm in. I'm invested. We're doing it. Roman sucks his teeth quietly.
I was hoping that whatever it is that's developing between you and Alrev would help you grow. I was hoping that you start to support each other in totality.
He is way... I don't know how... Wait, how old is Roman? Because dude is freaking mature.
Still, we all choose our priorities. Make sure you choose the right ones.
33. God, like, yeah, that sounds good. Yep. Dude is set. Dude's got priorities in place. Like, good. Okay, good. I peek through the curtain and see Roman turning towards the door.
Oh, I've got to get out of here.
I hustle out of the laundry room and up the living room staircase as quietly as I can.
What do I do?
Seeing Victor plead to Roman for help is not something I it's not something I ever expected to hear. And not only that, Victor sounded genuinely, well, distressed. It's not an emotion I ever expected to hear from the stoic android, and it sends a shiver of uncertainty up my spine. Can I really sit here and choose myself after all this time? For the first time? I cover my face.
I feel so confused.
I'm not saying it's bad. Like Miss Chouette said before, people who love each other don't always have to be, like, okay. Like, you don't have to agree on everything. And like Victor said, they're just trying to protect the things they love. Not to be rude, everyone is on Arev's side. If anybody was going to be against it, I was like, Roman. Once Roman knows, he will shut it down. I didn't know he was, like, in charge or everything. I did think Q had a little bit. But the fact that even Roman was like, I trust her. We're doing the singing competition. Even if it ruins the romance plot. I'm doing this for Arev. But then...
Wait.
Roman was disappointed in Victor for not choosing himself first. For not supporting me with his all. For a moment, I feel a twinge of guilt. I let it pass over me, flowing over my heart core like the wind.
I'm sorry, Linthus, but I can't let how I want you to think of me to control me anymore. I'm going to sing, Master.
And as for Victor, regardless of what he thinks of me, I'm going to choose what's best for my dreams and protect this household. Both. Tightening my fist, I return to the library to practice once more. Victor's not good at trust. He's working on it though. Oh, absolutely. I think we can all see that. And I'm not judging him at all. Like, he has to go through the same growth process that Arev went through, basically. I wake to the sound of ringing in my head. A transmission? From who? Ah, the only person I've ever called.
Hello? Klaus? What is it?
I wanted to congratulate you.
I blink blankly.
Whatever for?
Oh, you don't know? You ended the competition in second place.
Let's fucking go!
That means the prize of going on tour with the third place winner is yours.
I lie on my bed, completely frozen in shock. Slowly, I force myself to sit up, then stand.
I won?
Aw, how did you know? I wanted to reveal the news first, but I was waiting for you to wake up.
Klaus is like, no, we're waking this bitch up. Wait, did I miss a point? Did I miss a point? Or did Andrea miss a point? No, did I miss something? Wait, now I'm concerned. Chad has me concerned. Keep... Shit! In the shock, I let the call expire. There's a knock on my door, so I hurry over to open it. In the hallway stand Diego and Zafir. Diego opens his mouth first, but Zafir slaps his hand over it, glaring at him.
Don't you dare! You know I wanted to say it.
I love that!
Say what? That I won?
You won! Sort of. Second place. Wait, you knew? Who told you?
Dang, you guys are all really bad at this.
Klaus did.
Zafir looks at me in utter dismay as Diego laughs aloud.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just here for the show.
Diego, aren't we all?
I see. If you'll excuse me.
I push past them. My friends are all great, but there's one person who I'd like to tell. One person who I'd like to see. One person whose reaction means more to me than anyone else's. Victor's in the garden. Music has changed. I knew he'd be here somehow, and I approach from behind as he stands there stiffly, staring out at the roses.
Victor? I won. Second place. It's not first, but I wanted you to know.
I look at my feet as Victor stands there in silence. No reaction as far as I can tell.
Victor, I'm sorry. I know you didn't want me to do this, but
There is no need to apologize. I am not upset with you.
He turns towards me slowly.
I am actually...
Victor trails off, his expression surprising me. He looks distressed. Victor? Distressed? Over me? I didn't know it was possible for him to care so much. In fact, I didn't dream it was possible for him to care so much.
worried. I am very worried.
why? I promise I won't put Q in danger.
I knew that he was worried for her. I knew that he was. We all did. Did he use Q as a front because he was actually just genuinely concerned about us?
I am not worried for the young master. I was initially, but then I thought of all the possibilities, all of the terrible things that could happen to you, and I cannot help but feel concerned that you'll be discovered as a rogue when you go on tour.
You know I'm going on tour?
He probably knew as soon as the results were out. Let's be honest, he knew. I can't help my surprise that he's aware of the terms for winning. As if he reads my thoughts, Victor looks at me wryly.
I am aware that is one of the prizes, yes. Even if the other rogues are not thinking, I certainly am, and I do not wish for anything to happen to you. I wish that I could lessen my worries, but it seems you have become both someone whose opinion I care for, as well as someone whose safety is of concern of mine.
Victor reaches out tentatively and takes my hand, pressing his lips gently against the back of it as a spark of electricity races up my arm and touches my shoulder.
When I was reading your slideshow, I saw that you enjoy being close to me, and I read that in the distant past, people would kiss the hands of their lovers as a pledge of allegiance.
This android keeps getting better and better. Do you know how much I love the kiss on the hand? I've had one partner in my lifetime do it, and I remember it vividly. Like, oh.
Please, consider this my pledge. I do not wish to leave your side, nor to have you leave mine. Especially not if it means you will endanger yourself.
My heart core hums steadily in my chest as a compromise dawns on me.
What if I don't go?
Victor looks aghast.
And give up your prize? I could never request such a thing. I admit that it would please me if you did, but I admit I do not wish for this sort of pleasure if it will make you sad.
I'm not thinking of giving up my prize.
Then what do you mean?
Zafir did say I could be represented as an avatar. I technically don't have to go.
If I had a virtual form just like Zafir used to, I could pre-record my voice and we could submit a virtual performance instead.
Victor looks at me worriedly.
Would that please you most, though? I do wish for you to be pleased.
I look at him, reaching up to cup Victor's cheek in return.
Being with you is what makes me happiest. Of course, I love music too, and this way I can have the two things I care for most in my life, no matter what.
Victor smiles.
I am glad you care for me so much.
His grin is so broad, it almost surprises me to see it. I let out a laugh in shock, erasing Victor's beautiful smile as he looks at me in surprise. When he sees that my laughter isn't malicious, he smiles in exchange.
But more so, I am glad to hear you laughing. It makes me feel content, I think.
I smiled back at him, small and bright.
You know what I want?
I do not.
I want to be by your side, learning about you for the rest of my days.
Victor holds me close, his arms lightly touching my back.
When did you learn to do this?
Victor lifts his shoulders.
You're not the only one who hugged Diego for practice.
Somehow, I know these two got together, but somehow I feel like Diego got the best part of this entire deal. Diego has known the whole time. Like, I knew he knew a little, but Diego knew everything. We need applause for Diego. Good man. MVP. He has said nothing. I love this. I love these little moments of like, what? Oh. Seriously,
Thank goodness for Diego.
Yes, I do find myself to be most grateful for him. Though if I may ask that you not embrace him quite so tenderly anymore.
I think that that's it. I think we only if you don't too. Like if I can't hug Diego, you can't hug Diego. Like it's gotta be a no no more hugs for Diego. I grin at him. My jealous cat of an android.
No promises, Victor.
No! What? Why is that neutral? No! You know? Yes! I knew it! I knew it! I didn't get a CG in the end. I knew it! If there's no CG, it's not the best ending. I didn't get it. Well, I'm not going to stream anymore, but I am going to be running through all of my saves again in order to get the good route. So... we kissed the robot, but I got new... I am very disappointed in myself. CG is the is like the cover, like the big picture. It's something graphic. What does it stand for? What, character graphic or whatever? Yeah, no. I knew it. Here's the thing that I've learned about Miss Chouette through this. Is that she will help me not to get the bad ending. I was unaware that there was a neutral ending, or if I was aware, I lost that bit of information. She made sure that I enjoyed myself and I had a okay ending. She made sure I didn't get the bad ending. But she never promised the good one. And I respect that. But I still angry. Concerto compromise. Fuck it. No, no, no. I'm not ending the stream like that. No, we're not. I'm finding this. We're gonna run this. I'm doing it on stream. We're doing this. Guides, there it is. Give it to me. No, we're doing this together, chat. No. Nope. We're here. No. That was disrespectful for y'all. That was sure as hell disrespectful for me. Okay, to be fair, we messed up somewhere early then. So I had everything else. Where do I need to start though? I overlapped. Ooh. I am. We're skipping through and using the guide. When did we technically start his route? Freaking October. This one? No worries, Tompy. Thanks for hanging out for so long. Sleep well. Let's just go to here. Okay, yes! Oh my god. This is why we save people, okay? How'd you up here?
Victor.
I told you before
Wait,
that
how
I
do I
was a
skip?
house
Auto
management
forward.
AI, yes?
No? I want to skip.
You did, yeah.
Wait,
The
stop.
home I monitored was none other than that of Robert and Teresa
Tab,
Price.
I love you.
That is to say, I was scheduled to be reset when the Price family decided to move, but Roman copied my data.
Okay. Middle left. Wait, what? Tab.
The home I monitored was none other than that of Robert and Teresa Price. That is to say, the parents of Roman and the young master.
Shit! Oh, got you. Go to settings. Yep, okay. Yes. Skip all. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. I love you, but I don't... Miss Chouette, don't take this the wrong way. I love you. I just want the good ending, okay? I'll go back and enjoy his voice later. I just want the good ending now. Go. I love this. Make people feel like you
Teach me
do.
how to make people feel.
I usually don't use guides, but this is an emergency. I messed that one up. I greet the two of them cheerily.
Hello, Victor. Diego.
Why do you pay house visits here?
Why do you pay house visits
I did
here?
that one. Address Zaffer first.
Zaffer, Victor doesn't have to join your band.
No, I did Victor, didn't I? Did you feel embarrassed? I did that one. We did that one. Okay, I did this one. Wait, it must have been something early on I missed. Tell him he's right.
You're
Okay, this is that. I did this one as well. I don't know what comes next.
Now what?
Okay. The music is really nice, even with the speed up, which it usually doesn't tend to be. Okay. That is pleasing. Yes, I said that one too. Okay. Justice
Trust.
thinking. Imagine it. Okay, so that one was correct. Power through.
Come on.
Okay. I don't know if we want to... I want to skip for a little bit. Let's do this. I'll save it just in case we overshoot it, right? Yes, let's just put it there. Just in case I overshoot it. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, that's that. Okay. Okay, yep. Rewind.
I didn't.
Wait,
No.
you...
Okay, I did a little bit. Okay. Yep. Regardless of what he thinks of me, I'm going to choose what's best for my dreams and protect this household, both. Tightening my fist, I return to the library to practice once more. Everyone is calling and ringing and then hitting the door. I stumble to my door, slightly disoriented from the input of the door and the ringing in my head. An incoming call from Klaus? Klaus? Someone knocking and someone calling? Why am I so popular? I look at the door panel and press my hand against it. It slides open to reveal...
Zaffer? Klaus is calling me too. What's going on?
Don't answer him! I want to tell you first!
Okay, this is already better. I let Klaus's call expire as I look at Zafir in alarm. What could possibly be exciting him so much?
Tell me what.
You won, Bluebird! As in won! First cutie patootie. You know what that means, right?
I stare at him in shock. One? Me? Meaning, people voted for me? Voted for my song?
No, I don't know what that means.
Wait, what? You didn't look at the prizes?
I shake my head sheepishly.
I didn't bother to look. After all, I didn't think I'd win at all, remember?
Zafir sighs sufferingly.
2 words. World tour! And a record deal with my old label, the Electric Diamond, leader in Cybertronic singers.
I stare at him. World tour? What does that even mean?
You're opening for Zaf too, which is gross, but I'm super happy for you. I wish I could come with... Oh man, I've got to think about our preparations.
What preparations?
New clothes, new songs to write, figure out the name of your fan base, all kinds of things.
My mind is going the speed of 1,000,000 cycles a minute.
What's a world tour, Zafir?
Oh, you know. It's basically a trip where a star visits several different places in order to perform.
Several. It's not just a one-time thing?
The idea is thrilling, if a little nerve-wracking. Can I do this? I expect to feel the same feeling of guilt, but instead I just feel excitement. I can. As long as I believe in myself, then I can do anything. I can't wait to tell... A face flashes in my mind, dimming my excitement just slightly. Victor. I push past Zafir as he chatters away.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Okay. So far, I know the CG is gonna make up for it. I know 100%. Little disappointed we missed Diego's little, like, I'm just here to watch the show. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of chef's kiss for the neutral ending, like, the best part of that, and we didn't have it. So I'm a little disappointed, but it's fine. I know the CG's gonna make up for it, and that's all I'm going for. I checked the rooms of the house, but he's nowhere to be seen. There's only one place left to check. When I arrive in the garden, Victor is there, staring out at the roses. I join him slowly, tentatively approaching his side.
Congratulations, Alrev.
I stare up at him.
You know.
I do. I've been keeping track of your position in the competition. It was touch and go for a bit there, but I knew you would win. I don't say anything for a long moment. The wind let out from my sails.
What do you think?
You know what I think.
I try not to look as disappointed as I feel, and utterly fail as I stare down at my feet.
I was hoping that you'd be excited for me.
How could I be excited when worry clouds my mind instead? You will be among humans. Humans do not think kindly of rogues. They are threatened by us, and if something were to happen to you... That is not to say that I do not trust or believe in you. After all,
He hesitates as he looks down at me.
I voted for you.
Who saw that coming? Because I did not. I gape at him.
Even though you're afraid for Q?
Yes.
Victor reaches out hesitantly, his hands cupping my cheeks as he gathers my face in his hands.
Aurev, I would be most distraught if you were not here to vex me as you do.
Victor,
Oh! He glances at my lips, then away for a moment. Yes! That's what I wanted, baby! I feel myself drawn towards him, and as we draw closer, I can hear our heart cores humming steadily in our chests. My eyes naturally shut on their own, just like in the human kisses Zephyr described so long ago. Screeching like a pterodactyl over here! Between us, there it is. Something sharp and fizzling and sweet and painful. A spark between our lips. A kiss. My voice is a low murmur.
I don't want to leave you either, but I have to do what's best for me. And right now, that's becoming a singer. That's sharing the one thing that makes me feel so close to being unique.
Oh. I love it. No, I love it.
I know. You are determined, and I admire that about you. It is a trait I know well. Just, if I may, if you leave, then you must return to me. That is all I ask.
How many of these are you gonna, how many of these moments, these tropes, how many of them are you gonna put in one game in a single route? What? How? Why? I don't know how you're gonna do, I don't know how you're gonna do Zephyr and Klaus's route. Like, those are the two I'm going for. Victor's had everything. Fuck! I wonder why Victor is being so open to me today. Is it because he's afraid to lose me? Because if so, I certainly have a solution.
What if I ask something of you?
I will certainly listen.
What if I asked you to come with me? Would you say yes?
That's my girl. I don't know if he will, but that's my girl. I'm sorry. Victor looks at me aghast.
I couldn't. I must look after the young master. I must care for that house. I have to.
I quickly interrupt him.
I know what you feel you have to do, but what about what you want to do?
That's the thing. That's what was missing in the neutral ending. It was that. There was compromise, but Victor still wasn't choosing things for himself. Yes!
What I want?
Yes, baby! Victor frowns, then looks at me honestly, his expression distressed.
I want to keep my promise. I want to take care of you as I said I would.
I can't help the smile that breaks out on my face. He drops his hands, his expression somewhat stung.
What pleases you so? I feel anything but pleased.
Victor, do you feel close to me?
We are standing side by side. It's not a matter of feelings. I am close to you.
But I shake my head.
Not like that.
I look at him thoughtfully, wondering if Victor is aware of just how much he means to me.
What if I left and didn't return? What would you do?
Victor's reply is simple as he stares at me flatly.
I would bring you back. Your place is here, beside me. And I cannot imagine a world without you any longer.
So sweet. So glad we did this chat. Victor pinches the bridge of his nose.
It is utterly perplexing. I like having you beside me. I know I can function perfectly fine without you, but...
He trails off, so I prompt him gently.
But
But I do not wish to. I don't know what it means, but I want to understand. Instead of asking you to tell me, I wish to understand on my own terms what I wish for us as well.
I can't help myself. I let out a giggle as I wrapped my arms around Victor's waist.
Alrev, why are you laughing?
It beyond pleases me to hear those words from his lips.
I can't believe I once thought that you didn't have a heart.
Oh? Have you decided differently then?
Yes.
I think I might believe you.
Oh? Why?
Victor disentangles himself from my arms and disappears inside the house. I'm only alone briefly, but in that moment I hug myself. So I'm not the only one who feels this way, who doesn't quite understand what I want, but knows that I want more. I touch my lips gently. When Victor returns, I can hardly hold my excitement or curiosity in.
This is for you.
It's a book?
Please look through it.
I do. Inside, pressed between the pages, are carefully dried rose petals preserved in the book. At the sight of my surprised expression, Victor hastens to explain himself.
It was practical to make use of the wasted flowers.
And? He trails off, then holds out his hand as though he's too embarrassed to say more.
And I wanted to see you as happy as the young master was when he received your embroidery piece.
I let out another laugh and reach up to take his face into my hands.
Your heart is definitely growing, Victor. And I can't wait to see how big it gets. Are you sure this is necessary, Klaus?
Yes, I mean an actual spark between two androids.
My God.
I'm just appreciative you're letting me measure this at all.
I was saying we're not gonna, not kissing in front of anybody else, but wait, why am I kissing my man in front of my future man? Wait. What? No. What? Sorry. Gutter. Remember, we live in the gutter. I live in the gutter. Noting Victor's irritation, Klaus looks to me.
How did you get him to agree?
I grin cheerily, my expression very different from the android beside me.
I asked nicely.
Perfect. Now I'd like the two of you to do whatever it is you do to make this mysterious spark happen.
I look at Victor, my hardcore humming.
Normally we stand close to each other.
I see.
Victor stands there stiffly as I stand in front of him.
Victor, relax. Klaus is just going to do a diagnostic to figure out why we have sparks.
I don't think it needs to be researched at all. It is...
He trails off, avoiding my eyes.
Don't be embarrassed.
I am not.
He trails off at my doubtful expression.
I am not that embarrassed.
How interesting. Your heart cores are generating energy on the same frequency.
Victor stares down at me, his eyes glaring down at me sharply.
It's almost over. All we have to do now is...
Victor takes a back step, but I move right into his space before he can run away. Gently, as if he were a skittish creature, I cup his face in my hands.
Just stay still.
But...
Come on. For me? Please?
Victor looks at me aghast before nodding slightly.
Fine. If only because it is a particular request of yours.
Victor.
His expression softens as we stare at each other. He leans down and presses his forehead to mine and...
Got the data.
Good. I am leaving.
Victor marches out of my bedroom right away before I can stop him. It's a bit embarrassing to have a spark in front of Klaus, but I can't help but look at him eagerly.
So?
It seems that your heart cores being on the same frequency generates a special current. Assuming that the current then is conducted between the two of you, it seems that so long as you make each other's hearts run, there will be a spark.
Oh,
I've been yelled at multiple times to just play the game, so I'm playing the game. That's a bit embarrassing to imagine, but at the same time, I cut my cheeks gently, trying to cool down. I hope I can always run on the same frequency as Victor. There's a polite knock at the door before it slides open to reveal Victor once again.
Weren't you coming?
coming? Coming where?
With me. We have matters of the tour to discuss, and I'd rather discuss them in private, if you don't mind.
Well, I suppose I have all the data I need. You two kids go have fun.
They're probably literally older than both of, they're both probably older than you, man. Klaus says the words with some amusement before beginning to unplug his machinery.
I'll just be here, forever alone.
Not until Chronicle 3, baby!
Klaus?
I'm joking, I assure you. Now run along.
I look back at him doubtfully as I join Victor, looping my arm around his as the door shuts behind us. Victor and I walk down the hallway in silence. He takes my hand to my surprise, and no data streams from him. I feel a little embarrassed, but try my best to conceal it for fear of him letting go. I wonder if he really wanted to discuss the tour. Just as I open my mouth to ask, Victor stops abruptly in his tracks.
Alrev, I must ask you a question.
Yes?
What shall I call you in public?
Huh? What does that mean? What does that have to do with the world tour?
If I am to accompany you on this tour to protect our identities, it is important that I know what to call you.
Why not just by name?
He wants a cute nickname like Zaffer gave her.
How boring. Though, if you insist, I will call you Alrev without a doubt. What about, however, when we're in private, when we are alone?
Yes.
When we're alone? Why would we be alone?
Arev, darling, sweetie, baby girl, forever, or almost forever, innocent, sweet, precious child of this chat. The goal is to be alone with him, okay? Can't make this any clearer. For some reason, my mind immediately goes back to the spark. My heart core hums steadily in my chest as Victor draws closer to me.
Stay right there.
Oh, I know. How about my hardcore? Or my spark?
I love it when he does this shit. He looks thoughtful for a moment. Dangerously so.
I suppose it should be our spark.
Victor reaches out tenderly and chokes a wild curl behind my ear.
My rose. Dearest one.
His lips draw closer to mine with each nickname. Then I feel that sharp tingle, a tender touch of his lips to mine. And we spark. Perfect. Yo, it's not even good, it's the perfect ending. You really went hard on these titles. Perfect, neutral, what? Death ending? I feel like death ending. What's the perfect ending name? Beloved Butler. Oh, she's, oh. I apologize that I could not give this to you in the first run. However, looking at these answers, I know I messed up early on in his route. So, but that's just what happens. We play otomes and we get the route we get as long as it's not the bad one. If I get the bad ending, I cry. We love alliteration in this chat. Amen. We did! Guys! We got the smooches! We got the smooches! Come here. Oh, you guys don't need that one yet. Is that the bad? That one's probably the bad ending, isn't it? Just gonna put that up there. Look at him! I think that's how I'm gonna end out this VOD for YouTube. Guys, if you guys didn't know, here's the game link over on Steam. If you get it, please, please, please leave a review. We got the neutral and we got the perfect ending. Ominous lock CG there. Right, I might run it and just do the exact opposite of all of those and get the bad ending. I will cry, but maybe I'll do that just for completion. But YouTube, thank you so much for watching. That was the neutral and the perfect ending for Victor with help from the community. So random person who put the guide on the Steam community page. I appreciate you. You're freaking awesome. I needed that. Guys, say bye to YouTube. And with that, I hope you have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time with a new otome. Bye, guys.